Welcome back. This week we're going to talk about playing with posture and playing with lie. We're going to talk predominantly iron shots. You can do it with hybrids as well. Drivers you can do it also, but let's just focus on hybrids and predominantly irons, and how understanding how you deliver different lies of the club could really help you when you play in a more realistic way, rather than thinking you just deliver the club the same every time. So I'm going to stand in my standard posture, hit a standard shot, trying to hit target, which for me would be a relatively straight ball flight, and I'll take that. And we're going to look at the lie of the club as I deliver it. So we're going to talk about static lie, how you set up, but we're going to show you now how the club was delivered, this way or flat. So pretty good strike, slightly toe bound, and you can see I delivered 3.4 toe down. So my club was slightly this way, and that creates a straight shot. Some people would say, oh, you need to get them custom fit because they should be flat on the floor. No, all you should do is hit target. So I hit target with that lie, and that's to do with my speed training. I get big verticals. That's actually changed. I used to deliver 0. I now deliver around 2 to 3 toed up. That doesn't make me any less accurate. I'm just using different forces in the ground. It's one of club fitting's biggest selling myths. So anyway, let's now play with the lie to see what it might do to different shots. So I'm now going to hit a fade, a left to right shot. So I'm going to aim left, I point the face left, I'm going to try and swing left, I'm going to leave the face open to my path, and I'm also going to stand with my hands higher, kind of Bryson stand. Look how much higher my hands are getting. I'm standing taller, and I'm going to try and hit a little fade in there, which I've done. Nice little gentle fade into the left centre of that green. We're now nearly 5 toed down. So I've increased my higher handle on that one. I've delivered more toed down. And why have I done that? Well, it allows me, the higher my handle get, the more upright I stand, it makes more sense to coming through this way where I leave the face open to a puff. Hold the face off in the feeling like I'm gonna get that drift back to the right. So I'm using my lie along with other aspects to shape the ball and hit shots. Draw shot, aiming right, face right, going to get it close to my path as I hit the ball. Hands are now a little bit lower. Going to try and draw that ball back to the centre line. Just slightly overcooked it, but that's pretty good, bearing in mind I'm shaping it. Lie now near a 0 or 1 degree toe down. My standard for good shots is around 3. My fade was near a 5, and then my draw was near a 0. And if I wanted to really hook it, I would actually get the toe up in the air. Why do I get that handle lower at address? Well, that makes it feel easier for that club to flip over. The taller it gets, the more like a putting stroke where you hold the face up. The lower it gets, the more it feels like it's going to roll and flip over, giving me the draw shape. So I'm using my setup, obviously where you aim, but the lie of the club not only dynamically changes, but in setup changes to feel different face-to-path relationships. This is what you should be doing in your practice sessions as well. So why should you be putting such variation in? I'm sure you're asking, because I'm already really varied. Well, what you might find by playing this way, standing a bit taller, standing a bit lower, being in your standard posture and seeing the difference, is you might find some patterns that really repeat. You know, you'll find some patterns in your setup that you could take to a coach and go, I hit the ball way better when I stand like this. Why is that? And they'd say, oh, that really sorts that problem out you have with X, Y, or Z. It's this kind of experimenting that good players tend to do. Amateurs don't. They try to search for perfect. There's no perfect in golf. Golf is a series of mistakes. We just make mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. The issue is how big are those mistakes? Good players just make smaller mistakes, but they're still not hitting the ball exactly where they want most of the time. The other reason why this is so good for you to practice is you're going to get out on the golf course and not have the same lie on any of your shots. So being good at being able to adjust. So when I'm toe down at address, so standing taller, this feels to me like a ball below my feet stance. When I'm handle down, toe up, this feels to me like a ball above my feet stance. So when I get in those situations, I think, oh yeah, I felt that feeling before. That makes me hit X shape. Now bear in mind my straight shot, from my standard, was a relatively straight shot. If you're someone who slices, big slices, you might find getting your hands lower gets you closer to 0. Again, it might reduce your fade. It won't turn it into a draw like mine, but it'll reduce your slice or fade into a more functional shot. This is why this is so important to practice, because you'll find what's functional for you. If I post on social media, look at my delivery, 3-point something towed down, I will get loads of people saying, well, those clubs aren't fit for you. Why do you use clubs that aren't right for you? Yet I hit target with them because people are so programmed for thinking what is black and white, what is right and wrong. Well, actually, we're all messy humans and you just need to get as functional as possible. Play with lie, stand taller, get those hands up in the air, hit some shots, get those hands lower, hit some shots, get in your standing position, work out what pattern produces the best shots for you, and look at the shots that are produced from the other setups, because you'll have situations where you can use them. Hope this helps. Can't wait to see you all next week.